Just wanted to bring to your attention my good friend, buddy, mentor in real estate and in personal life, Chuck Idell. You want to introduce yourself, Chuck?
Yes, thank you. I'm Chucky Dell.
Well,
And
this is Robbie Thomas, and I just wanted to bring you a direct live, not live, but just a direct answer from the manager who's been in real estate for about 40 something years, so that he can bring us more information about the Bay Area and what the market is right now. So, Chuck, I just wanted to ask you first, is this market right now in the Bay Area like the 2008 market that we saw?
2008. No, Robbie, never will be. I hope never. I don't think, well, first of all, let's go back to 2008. 2008 was a time when lenders were lending money to anyone by allowing them to put whatever income they said they made without being checked. Unfortunately, anybody with common sense knows that hey, if I have an opportunity to say I'm making $100,000 a year when I'm only making 40 and nobody's checking me, I'm going to buy. Why not?
Right.
And unfortunately, that backfired, and people couldn't afford to make the payments, and so all these houses got foreclosed upon, and the market took a big, big hit. The good thing is, some people made tons of money because those houses were going for like 40, 50% less than they should have been. Some of the people that I know have purchased homes during that particular time had cash and were fortunate
Mm-hmm.
to buy these homes and turn around and make a ton of money 3 or 4 years later. So no, I don't think that's going to happen again. I really don't. They're pretty well regulated. In this last several years, everybody that purchased a home had to be qualified, and which was a good thing.
Yeah. In relation to that, we now see the interest rates at about 7%, 30-year fixed. Sure. We see about 30-year fixed at about 7%.
Interest rates actually came down a little bit in the last couple of days, so they're just under 7%. And nobody knows what's going to happen, but it seems to me like the rates will soften up very little uh, at the beginning of this year, upcoming year. Uh, my thinking is that 2023 is going to be an okay year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a booming year, but it's going to be an okay year. 2024 is when I expect the market to make a big adjustment. Again, depending on the economy overall and what the government does to ease things up a little bit. And I think that's going to happen. I mean, housing is an important thing. People need to live somewhere.
So,
And in the San Francisco Bay Area, unfortunately,
uh-huh.
we are as many houses as you think are being built. It's still not enough. Everybody wants to live here.
So it's still a seller's market, kind of.
It's kind of a seller's market. I mean, when I say it's kind of a seller's market, that's if the sellers really understand what the true value of their home is today,
Right.
not what it was 6 months ago, but today. That's the important thing. And I think if they listen to their agent, and their agents, most of them are quite aware of what the market is today. Obviously, the technology is there for them to get closings as of today, what their value was, what the home sold for. And that's going to determine what the next house in that same category is going to go for. So sellers need to listen to their agent. And I think as far as the buyer's concerned, great time to buy, great time to buy. They're going to have a choice without having to fight against 10, 20, 50 offers. And they
More
can
room to
negotiate.
negotiate. Exactly.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Exactly.
That's
So-
a healthy market.
So 2 years ago, all I could hear was buyers saying that they were not able to get into a home because of the high competition.
Very frustrating. Very frustrating for the buyers. Very frustrating for the agents. Because how do you compete with 40, 50 offers? And how do you compete with all cash? And there are a lot of cash buyers out there still today. Still
Yeah.
today. As a matter of fact, the other day I got 2 offers, all cash. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I certainly would say that overall, as a buyer, man, I'd be looking right now.
So it's a good thing to be motivated to buy. in a slowing market.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, number one, today the buyer has a choice. I mean, think about it. 6 months ago, that poor buyer had to compete with who knows how many. And then what price do you offer? Somebody could be asking 1.4, and I've seen that 1.4 house go for as high as 1.8, 400,000 over asking price. Crazy.
And no contingencies.
And no contingencies. Now you got the opportunity, the buyer has the opportunity to go in there and then, buy a home, have the contingencies, and they're going to be in a good position. Even though they might pay a little bit more on the interest
Right.
rate, they're going to pay a little bit less on the house and get the terms that they want. That's very important. Very important.
That is true. You think coming 2023 first quarter, there's going to be more inventory, or balanced kind of inventory, or more shortage in inventory, because we don't know what people are thinking. I mean, the sellers who are selling also have to move into another house.
This is true. It's always been that way. In order for you to step up, you need to sell what you got, right?
Right.
In order to sell what you got to be competitive. And I really don't see that the market's going to suffer greatly. I think the seller's going to be satisfied if they listen to their agent. I think the buyer's going to be satisfied because they're going to get what they want, not what they're forced to buy. And that's a big difference. So my prediction is that I believe in the first quarter, it's still going to be a decent market. I don't say necessarily a total seller's market, but a seller's market in the sense if the seller is listening to their agents to get a true picture of what the price should be. We don't make that decision.
Yeah.
We only give the information.
That's right.
And the information that we have is available to us immediately every single day. So that's the good thing. So, I don't know why my phone is going off, but
You want to take that now or later?
yeah, let me grab it real quick. Yes, ma'am. Okay, tell Steve I'll call him back in a bit. Bye.
Sorry about that. But
Yes, sorry about that.
So based on all the information and your experience of 42 years, 45 years.
It'll be 45 years.
45
Actually,
years.
I've had my license in December 45 years ago.
In the Bay
Wow.
Area. In the Bay Area.
In the Bay Area, right here in Fremont.
Right. And as the ex-president of the board of Based Association of Realtors.
Yes, that's an interesting experience. Definitely.
Right.
Yes.
So why are the deals falling apart? Let's say the buyer knows the information that you just gave, and the sellers also are educated on this. Why are deals still falling apart?
Well, deals are falling apart. I wouldn't say in large numbers at all. I would say, but a few are.
Yeah.
Obviously, several reasons. Number one reason is interest rate. That's number one reason, because some people went in there with a feeling that they could qualify for this loan, and then noticing that those interest rates have been jumping up and down like a yo-yo lately. And just 1/4 to 0.5% is a big difference when they jump up that much.
Yes.
And so the good thing is a buyer today is able to purchase a home with a contingency, where 6 months ago, you couldn't have any contingencies. You couldn't even get inspections. I mean, it was terrible. For me, being in business this long, the downfalls are I don't want any of my clients to be purchasing a home without getting a termite inspection, a general house inspection, a roof inspection. I want them to know that what they're buying, exactly to know what they're buying.
That's right.
And today, that buyer has that opportunity. So again, if they were purchasing a home today and they got their inspections and they didn't like what they seen, they can back out without losing any money or their deposit. And that's a great thing.
That's a good thing.
So I think few of those have kind of some of the reasons why they've backed out of the offers. But in general, it hasn't been that many, which is a good thing. So.
Well, that's great information. Thank you so much, Chuck. We will revisit this probably next month again for a new update in the Bay Area.
Great.
and really appreciate your time.
My
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you,
My
Chip.
pleasure, Robbie. Anytime. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Cut.